walking in the house, and then I'm just shaking their hands as they're walking in, and then like, hey, holy shit, you look like GaryVee. I don't know if any of y'all can go to GaryVee.
I'm done. Yeah.
I'll explain in a second what GaryVee is. But I was like, holy shit, you are GaryVee. That's like the next thing I said.
It was GaryVee?
Yeah, and he's like, nice to meet you.
That is? It's your favorite podcast, Once Upon A BNB. It's Annsleigh. This is Maha F baby.
And we're back from Ian intermission. That makes sense.
Yes, this serves as part 2 of our special show, solely dedicated to us, the hosts. We never got a chance to tell our stories, so you can know a little bit about us.
Episode 1.
Yes, Maha's lovely song.
We also have part 2 of Maha's story.
Oh, yeah.
So
she'll have to detail out.
I left
forcing her to
part of the story out just because it was really sketchy, but
we encouraged her during the intermission
right?
to tell the sketchy part of the story.
Exactly. So, all right. After, if you hadn't listened to the other story, I met this couple. They later tried to threesome me. But anyways, that night.
I don't gloss over that real quick.
But it was their honeymoon. So they left at the end of the night and we were like pretty lit. Like it had been a long night. So I, thought to myself, man, I'm going to be really hungover in the morning. You know what I could really use right now and in the morning? Let's call it CBD.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this guy that like worked there at the resort who I had befriended since I was there by myself. Like he would like bring me drinks and stuff like that. And this was my last night there. So it was like 3rd or 4th night.
How often did the couple hit you up during nights 2 and 3?
No, I met them on the last night. So this
is
the
DR
last
story.
night. Yeah, this is in the DR, not in Brazil.
Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, no, they
I'm
hit me
fast
up.
forward 4 years. There's a different president.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that was in Brazil with the same.
So you're still in your naive. They're not trying to threesome you.
Yes, this is my 30th birthday trip. Like I'm there. The couple goes home. It's their honeymoon, whatever. So I'm like talking to the guy that works at the resort, and I'm like, yeah, I could really use some CBD. You know where to get some? He's like, yeah, man, totally got you. Like. But, I got to go pick it up for my boy. Like, you want to come with me? And, of course, I should have never left the resort. Like, it's, like, very late at night. But, like, to be fair, the little Dominican dude that worked there was, like, my size. Like, he was a tiny little baby man. So
hand-to-hand comment. If things got
and I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I'm a blue belt in karate.
Oh, wow.
We did not touch on that in the interview.
I mean, I was 12, but I feel like they don't expire, right? I was a blue belt when I was 12.
How high on the rankings is blue?
Next was brown and then black.
Yep,
So,
brown and black.
Yep, basically, I'm a black belt.
Yeah, you leave some black
When
and
I was
blue.
12,
Yeah.
but they don't expire. I mean, if I was blue belt then, I'm blue belt now. But anyways, like that's, part of why I went with the sketchiness because he's a tiny little baby Dominican man and I was like, I
fuck
can
him
beat
up.
him up. Right. So he's like, we got to call a ride, right? We got to call a cab. So we're waiting for this cab and a scooter pulls up. So like there's a scooter driver and then the little tiny Dominican. That's how tiny he was. The two of us fit on the back of a scooter behind a cab driver.
So now y'all are 3 deep on the scooter.
Yeah, we were. So
But you know that at any point you could
exactly. I was like, if I got to tuck and roll.
I'm not the blue belt here, but it's some death grip that for the readers I'm grabbing their neck.
Right. If I for some reason needed to break his neck from the back of the scooter, I could, I guess. Or I could tuck and roll.
Straight. Yeah.
Tuck and roll and, like get off, take off running. But anyways, like we're riding on the scooter and I'm like, all right, we're going kind of far now. Like I thought we were going to go up the street and I'm like getting real sketched out. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have left the resort. Like, who is this random little Dominican man? But I was like,
a long time since karate.
I know, I
might be rusty.
My high kick is a little rusty. But I was like, I mean, he works there. So I feel like if anything happened, people would know I would be found. Whatever. Anyways, we finally get to where we're going and it's like this super sketchy, like very local Dominican like motel. And I was like, oh, nah, bro. I was like, I gotta go. So I like,
turn the scooter around.
Right. I was like, turn the scooter around. We had already gotten off the scooter because he like dropped us on the corner. We had to walk. Well, the things you do for CBD, but I was like, oh my God, like it's not worth it. I don't need this. I was like, nope, I'm good. Like we can go back. And he's like, all right, well, I got to find another ride. So we start walking back and there's like no other rides. So we're having to walk all the way back to the resort and like the sun is coming up and I'm regretting all my life decisions. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like walking around the DR. And he was like, man, like, here, hold my hand. It's real sketchy around here. Like, you gotta, like, act like you're with me. And I'm like, fuck. Damn it. But anyways, we make it back to the resort safely.
I'm so happy you're alive.
Yeah, me too. That was one of the
We've been taking you for
sketchiest
granted,
moments.
not knowing that.
Not knowing you face
That I'm a blue
death.
belt in karate.
No, that you face death.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, definitely not worth the CBD. I didn't know. Yeah, bad idea.
Sometimes things like that happen, though.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
why I think whoever invented the CBD pen deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
And that's the thing. I actually had my CBD pen because I don't leave home without it, but it broke while I was there. It stopped working and I couldn't find another one anywhere. It's like the running joke in my family. Anytime we travel, like every 5 minutes, I'm like, where's my pen? Where's my pen? Oh shit, where's my pen? I lose it constantly. And you do too, right?
It's the source of, it's up there with keys and wallet.
Right, exactly.
Keys, wallet,
Pen. Yep.
Yeah, you don't have with that. You're not required to go off on sketchy motel.
Exactly.
When did you tell me this motel was during intermission? Did you say that the motel was a hourly one?
Yes, it was by the hour, and even though the signs were in Spanish, I could tell that that's what it said. Yeah, I was like, "Oop, no!" I was like, "You got the wrong idea, buddy. Let's get out of here." I was like, "I don't know if you know, but I'm a blue belt, so don't try it."
You might want to turn this thing around.
Let's turn this scooter around.
I'm just sad that
but,
I gotta call it cab knew it was a scooter.
I know, right?
We started off
and
with
I still
lies.
got on. That was the moment.
That
I
was
should
the
have been
warning.
like, nah, you don't need the CBD.
We started off with
I
lies.
kind of feel like you traveled, a long ways. And at
I
that
might as well
point-
have gotten it, but no, who knows? No, the by the hour motel was a bit much.
Y'all
Like,
get like, I mean, I feel like we have like instincts and we get like gut feelings and shit is just eerie and
Oh,
weird
yeah.
as fuck.
the alarm bells started going off while I was on the scooter, but by that point, I was like, "Well, I'm on the scooter now."
I
So,
think that's what's super cool sometimes about being human.
yeah.
You're like,
I was gonna take that story to the grave. I was like, nobody needs to know.
Nope,
How
now
How
it's on
naive
the
and sketchy,
podcast.
right? Exactly.
for the world to hear. I'm just playing. I think I've done some naive shit before, and then you just look back like that was so fucking. dumb.
Yeah, that
And
was definitely one of
I'm
those
thinking
moments.
of like one that I experienced, but one is not sticking out. I think it's just like a couple,
Mm-hmm.
and so one is just not sticking out.
I was just generally careless,
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
well, especially in the foreign country situation.
Right,
you know,
right. Good thing I look
As a lady.
like I could be Dominican. There's so many countries I could be from.
Oh,
like, you have
true.
no
Yeah,
idea.
kind of the
I just look
racially
like a regular-
ambiguous thing.
Right,
True.
exactly.
When I was
Racially
in
ambiguous.
Colombia, my girlfriend's Pakistani.
They
and,
thought she was the Colombian?
Yeah, I'm sitting there with my Spanglish just going in. They look at me and they look at her and they're like, "All right, help this guy out."
Right.
His Espanol is not bueno. And she's like, "No, you're better off with him."
Yeah, my Espanol is way worse. But that's funny. Yeah, people speak Spanish to me everywhere I go. Even in Egypt, they asked me if I was Mexican. I'm Egyptian. And they're like, "Mexicana?" And I was like, "Bitch, no.
I'm one of you.
I'm from here." Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, hilarious. But anyways, that was part 2 of my story that I left out.
Thank you
But
for sharing, Maha.
no problem.
We're just
No
taking off
judgment,
layers.
guys.
Are there any other nuggets? Did you leave out any nuggets?
That was just a very fucking fun trip. I don't have any like. This is not really like a nugget, but this is just like how fucked up you can be sometimes. Like we were all fucked up. You know, you just stop and look around, and everybody's fucked up, and it looks like everything is in slow
Yes.
motion.
I know exactly.
It's
what you're
like you
talking
look
about.
around like everybody in this party is crazy. Everybody's fucked up and everything is moving in slow motion. There's people over here making out. There's people over here.
It's like Saved by the Bell where the background freezes and you look at the
Yes.
camera.
Yes, I had one of those moments where everything just slowed down. You're just thinking like, this is out of control. You know, no one can.
And I love it.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it here.
What did you use that moment of clarity to do? Shot?
Right, exactly.
I think I was
Pour
just
another drink.
like, I mean, when you think of, when I think about college, sometimes I think about how young you are with no like type of supervision and no like,
Yeah. You're still a kid.
you're still a kid.
Yeah.
And you're literally just like, I think those are my thoughts. Like, wow.
It's no arbitrary how we just decided 18, like you turn 18 and you're adult. No, you're
Nah.
a child still, but for some reason, that's the age we determined.
I got like a guest request to have her 18th birthday party at my house.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn.
Did you allow it? Of
No,
course you did.
no,
you,
but-
you did it?
No, I
I'm
didn't.
surprised.
This is recent.
Oh, okay. Not
but like we were talking, there maybe her boyfriend was gonna 24-year-old boyfriend was gonna book it, that. But in terms of like how old you have to be to rent stuff, like with Airbnb and Vrbo, now it's, I guess 18. Like,
yeah.
If you have a
Airbnb is 18.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Don't you have to be? So I thought that you had to be 25 to rent a car. That was the traditional
thing for rent a car and to.
But recently, because we do personal injury. Recently, I had a client that was like 22, and we still were able to get him a rental car, like when he wrecked his car. So I think they've changed it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I remember when I was 25, I would be pretty bad at myself for saying that, or 24, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's probably a bad idea.
Bad idea.
I can't drive now. I'm almost 35.
Yeah, I'm a
bad idea.
Terrible. I'm an accident attorney who drives a
Me
Beamer
too.
with a busted lip right now.
We're both accident attorneys, and we get in accidents constantly. I've totaled 3 cars personally myself.
I've totaled 2.
Really? Okay. We're all horrible drivers.
Yeah.
We can start a podcast on that.
I'm trash.
Yeah.
Like I think that's why I'm always like, oh, I'm going to get a nice car, but then I just feel like I'm going to fuck it up.
Yeah. I do get nice cars and then fuck them up.
So I'm like, I at least need some money on the side to make sure I can pay for the fuck ups, because I know I'm gonna hit a curb or some shit.
That's why I lease, because I'll fuck up a car. So as long as you fix it and give it back, you're good. But if you own that car and you're fucking it up, it would be worth nothing forever by the time I'm done driving it. It would, yeah. So
that's true.
Lease is the way to go for me. I literally turned in my last car. I had the C300. I ripped the whole gas tank door off because I accidentally drove off with the pump still in the tank. I actually did it twice, and the first time, it just ripped the.
I did it twice.
I was able to put it back on, and then the second time it came all the way off.
Oh,
and they didn't charge me. They said normal wear and tear. That's why I love leasing. It's the best.
I think I just have terrible car luck, and of course, Ian, we will go to your story because you haven't shared. But one time I was working, and not one time I was working. Yeah, okay, so I was working, and my car was parked in the jobs parking lot, and then everybody came in and was like, yo, there's a fire in the parking lot. Everybody should go check on their car. I'm like, I'm not getting up from my desk.
Wait, first of all, where's the sketchy ass place that you are not wanting to mention right now? She's like, I'm at the jobs parking lot. I was working. She has not said where.
I used to be like a TV producer before a church. It was like a mega church.
What?
It's really big preacher.
Wow.
So I don't want to say his name, but everybody knows him. And so he has a television, platform, and I would create the commercials, they were gospel commercials to go on TV. And so
that's interesting as fuck, but we'll get back to that.
I like content. And so they're like, oh, everybody should go check on their car. There's a fire in the parking lot. I'm like, I'm not getting up. Da-da-da-da. And so then my coworker comes in and is like, Annsleigh, you should go outside and check on your car. And I'm like, I said, if my car caught on fucking fire, I'm going to be famous. I don't know what this means. I go outside, the whole side of my car is burned.
Oh my
melted.
gosh. From what?
The car next to it blew up.
What?
To the side of my car. And then I had to pay for it.
What? Why would you have to pay for it?
They were like, I would have to sue the manufacturing company. I should have called you, Maha, if I knew you. We would have got out of that. So I had to sue the manufacturing company of that car or whatever, because I don't fucking know.
I just spontaneously exploded?
Literally, he pulled up to pick his wife up from work, and he got out the car. If he would have stayed in the car, he would probably be on fire. My shit.
Maybe he would have the wherewithal to move his fucking car away from yours, though.
Right. I know.
Strive to live, and then.
It's melted. It was crazy. But yeah, I have really terrible luck with cars. Thank you, Ian, for your time.
I guess mine's still drivable, so there's that. I was gonna tell another story as a host. My first Airbnb. This is the apartment that I told you guys about initially. That's where I started.
The roommate moved.
Okay,
where I cut my Airbnb chops.
Yeah.
And then one day, what if we could say? Yeah, we're gonna say his name.
Okay.
I get a request, and the request is from somebody's like, "Hey, my boss, we get in town at 5:00, and we want to watch the Jets game, and so we need to one of the things I advertise on my Airbnb is it's a sports bar set up in the living room because I got the 2 TVs and I got full at the time whatever the latest video game and stuff is, and so anyways I'm like, oh yeah, I can hit pause for you, and then when you guys, because this guy was just apparently a huge Jets fan, and didn't want to miss a second of it. And so they weren't even staying the night. They were
literally just coming to watch the Jets game and go.
He had a flight at. Almost moved away from the microphone again. By the way, for our listeners, that was the stage note that I was getting was stop leaning back.
What are you saying? We are not good at like casually taking direction off camera. But
that caused the intermission. I think. Being like, what? I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And then so all of a sudden, I'm doing my little spiel. Well, this is also when I was illegally, according to them, renting out my
allegedly
illegally renting out a Camden apartment.
Right.
And so these guys, they were always searching for me. And I had like a little bit of cat and mouse with them. Like for a while, I would turn I had a notification, so I would turn the listing on at like 5 o'clock whenever they stopped working for the day.
Oh my God.
And then in the morning, I would turn it off again, So like during work hours.
Smart.
Yeah. So I was trying, because I copied once, and then it was really easy apartment to Airbnb because just like the logistics of it all. Like it was like, and also sick because it was like right by the pool, but like I had little ladders next to my gate. So you had like access from, the pool, from my apartment to the greater pool without having to go around.
A ladder?
A ladder. You had people climbing on the side of the building?
Yeah, just if you didn't want to walk.
If it is an option. If you
you
didn't want to walk,
could
you
die.
can take the ladder.
You're thinking of, we're talking about like a 3-foot
like a step stool.
Yeah, these are glorified step stools.
I'm like, they're climbing down the walls. Of course they know you're written out.
Right, exactly. Way to stay
and also,
conspicuous.
like, as just like a young adult, I like kind of swagged it out. So I had like a TV on the balcony and stuff. So like, and like one of those flamethrower heat things.
Flamethrower?
The like heater?
Yeah, they have the heaters, and you have the heaters that have like the flamethrower in the middle.
Yeah.
Like
Can you have that at an apartment?
No one ever said anything.
They were too busy trying to catch an Airbnb. They didn't get to.
Well, I mean, I had like sort of like, that's your apartment. I'm like, yeah, the one with the
ladder and the flamethrower. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and so and it was well decorated. I'd gotten some removable wallpaper, and even though it was like still beige, the roommate, the idiot Taylor, was like, why are we doing that? And I was like, because it adds some texture. It was nice. And so, anyways, it was a good
decorating.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why Camden didn't just approach me about like using my place as the model home, and showing that off. Because they should have leaned into it.
Should have struck a deal. Like, look, I'll let you use this as a model home if you let me Airbnb and flamethrow.
Yeah. That's the trade-off.
I also had Sir Per roaming, and that was another point of contention. Because the way this Camden Vantage Apartments, right? A lot of Georgia State people there. So you might have wanted
Sir Per roam free around the apartments?
Well,
He's
because
outside cat?
the porch was like, or the pool area is enclosed, by a 5-story building, so he could roam there without roaming the outside world. So eventually, they wanted to see my my service animal thing, and I'm using air quotes for listeners at home. So.
Your cat was your service animal?
Yeah, and you can get that set up online, but I didn't realize there was like a click wrap thing where you just like under there in the fine print, it's like, oh, have you been prescribed a doctor? It was just like to register your service animal, which is bullshit. Yeah, it's absolute bullshit.
There's no such thing as registering a service animal.
I was like, I turned that into him, and they're like, "Where's your doctor's note?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, be right back." And I had to like
type up a doctor's note.
No, I went online and found a doctor.
Okay.
And then like all the questions were leading, and I knew like oh yeah, that helps me with my anxiety.
Yeah.
And then, that was one of the points of contention. But yeah, they lost that battle.
So you said, I'll be right back and went and called the doctor.
Oh, no, I was like, I'll get it to you later. I'll get it to you later. Like I'm busy, bye.
Gotcha.
But, and then the other thing is like I've had Airbnb guests show up. That's the first time I got caught. Just show up into the leasing office like, hey, we're
here for
Airbnb.
That always happens.
Yeah. And even though it was pretty clear in the ad, it was a straight shot from the key fob thing. But so anyways, I'm now from that I've been walking my guests in, kind of showing them. Usually you have less issues if you get to put a face to face, meeting.
Yeah.
And this is before contactless delivery and all that fun stuff.
Right, pre-COVID.
All that social distancing. And so I'm walking in the house, and I'm just shaking their hands as they're walking in, and then. Like, hey, holy shit, you look like GaryVee. I don't know if any of y'all can go to GaryVee.
I'm done. Yeah.
I'll explain in a second to GaryVee is.
GaryVee.
But I was like, holy shit, you are GaryVee. That's like the next thing I said.
And it was GaryVee.
Yeah, and he's like, nice to meet
that
you.
is.
All right, so GaryVee. is he's like a social media guy who he got to start like running his parents' wine company and took it online, became like a multimillionaire.
Oh, really?
His goal is to become like a multi-billionaire who owns the Jets.
Oh, and that's why he wanted to watch the Jets
He's
game.
a big Jets fan.
GaryVee.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, he
is this a young guy or like?
He's like
older.
Yeah, he's like probably in his 50s.
Wait, why does everybody know who this is other than me?
He's like super.
I know, right? Clearly not.
He's like super big on social media. Like he figured out how to, one of the pioneers figuring out how to monetize big on the internet.
He's really big on like all the, like he did like a GaryVee episode just following him. Episode 108 takes place in my old Airbnb.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we can link to that on the YouTube video.
How many views?
What? That's crazy.
Probably a lot more than our YouTube videos. So. And we're still Twitter friends with him.
Oh, really?
I hit him up randomly. But here, so let me tell you the story. What happened? So I'm advertising a pretty good setup. I can hit pause on the Jets game and. I forget what was going on, some technical difficulties, but that wasn't working. Plan A was out the door, and so but he was he was a really cool guy, and like I chatted him about my little side hustle, my Airbnb, and he was cool about it. And then we started setting up, it's time to watch this game now. The Jets are on,
yeah.
And so I'm trying to set it up, and like we ended up having to do like it was such a half-ass we ended up having to have his wife or someone's wife face certainly wasn't Gary's wife. I don't think this is Mrs. Vanderchuck. And so,
is that the V stands for?
Yeah, I think I might be butchering the pronunciation.
Vanderchuck.
Yeah. But anyways, someone is like taking I guess hopefully they set up a tripod, but just photographing, videotaping the game at home. Someone's
oh my gosh.
And then hitting play on it. Because I messed up the DVR. I don't know. Somehow I messed it up.
That's like the only reason he came,
making a really bad impression of Gary. Although
but
he got to watch it. So now they're watching the game on FaceTime, which is now streaming to I think through Apple TV or one of my TVs.
Oh wow!
And it's picture of a picture. And I think they eventually got caught up by halftime to be able to just stream
where
it.
You had it.
But he wasn't down to go to stop at a sports bar. They had to.
That's what
Yeah, and so I had Bilal Powell. He's a running back at the time for the Jets on my fantasy team. And the Jets, when he went on to have he won the game for him, and this I forget exactly, but it was like a touchdown that won the game for him and won my fantasy match for him.
Nice.
And so I was trying to. Well, yeah, stoked, but I thought I had a little bit of a shared,
moment.
Right, I also like one person on the Jets right now.
Exactly.
Very much.
And I wanted Gary to know that I'm rooting there with him.
Right.
The guy who's a part of was.
So did he leave after the game?
Yeah, he left. And
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I got nothing. I literally traveled with nothing. Quick little stop, watch a Jets game. Just about to post a new episode of Daily V. Short little one for yesterday, short little one for today. Week going on. Jets. FaceTime, screen time from New York. AJ, we're in an Airbnb. I mean, this is how it happens when you're 3-9. Oh, Jesus! The Jets won.
Continue.
I thought I was going to go back there, but then his underlings, one of his underlings stayed. So
oh, really?
I was like, I can go back to my house.
Does he live in Atlanta? Or?
I think he was just had some business dealings.
Okay.
No, this he's not.
So you paid for a night of Airbnb just to watch the game?
Yeah, and I was
Is he so famous that he can't go to a bar? Kind of, or what?
I don't know. And this is also
so.
This was 2000. Yeah, this is probably 2015 probably. But you still don't know who he is.
Yeah,
so
right.
Clearly not.
Maybe he's a bigger deal.
If you saw him at the bar, you'd be like, oh.
Who the fuck are you?
Damn, that's a cool story though. But I don't understand how they screen recorded the game.
No, so
it's like someone's
already DVR. Someone had a functioning DVR who didn't fuck it up like I did, and then and so they decided, all right, we'll rewind to the beginning of the game, aim the camera at it, and just hit play. And now you're streaming into FaceTime. And they're probably like, this fucking guy, stupid ladders.
He had one job.
One job.
With the stupid ladders.
And the flamethrowers.
That's hilarious.
But the non-working DVR.
I didn't have cameras at the time.
Name.
The catch. Yeah.
Sir Purr.
I've had Sir Purr lost before a check-in where I just couldn't find him.
Oh no.
I was like, all right, well, should I warn them about the cat, about the jungle cat?
Is Sir Purr no longer with us?
All right, well, Sir Purr was a gift for Shotfuck. she said her dream cat was a Savannah cat. And so I look it up, and Savannah cat is a mix with an African serval, which are like these badass giant-eared jungle cats. They're one of the smallest, like, cats of prey. What do you call it? Big cats.
Yeah.
And so they to be a Savannah cat, that's a generation one between a domestic cat. There's a couple different types of domestic cats that you can that count for to be a Savannah cat that you breed with the African serval. Okay. So the F1s are like $30,000.
Oh my god!
And I can't afford that. And still, couldn't.
She got like an F5.
Couldn't. And still, yeah, that's exactly what I got. And they go down. I forget like the price tier, but once you get to F5, that's into Ian 2015 could afford a V-Day gift. So then I thought of the gift. Kind of it sounds but when I found out that the mascot for the Panthers was Sir Purr, I was like, that's what his name is. It's Sir
really?
Purr. I was like, I must have a cat named Sir Purr. I was like,
hilarious.
what's that thing you wanted, Choppy?
Oh, cat?
A cat?
Perfect.
Yeah. So I
you got
surprised
it just
her.
so you could name it Sir Purr.
Yeah, basically. And so I got her Sir Purr. And then yeah.
That's so funny.
Sir Purr is, Savannah cats are illegal in Georgia.
Illegal?
Yeah. Same with Texas.
Because they're like not all the way domesticated?
It's kind of like, you know how weed's the Schedule 1 narcotic, but it shouldn't be. So it's like
same thing
worse
with
than,
these.
it's miscategorized like ahead of like heroin. It's kind of like that.
With
Sir
cats.
Purr is like a tiger. And it, in terms of Georgia's classification, it's like as if I'm Joe Exotic.
How big is Sir Purr?
Are you Joe Exotic?
Sir
I've
Purr.
met Sir Purr.
Yeah, Sir Purr's he's a tall boy, especially when he wants to stretch out.
I
Like
need to see what kind of cat
he's
this
got.
is.
Speaking of pimping Instagram of my
Does Sir Purr have one?
yeah, I used to run this Instagram account back in the day, the real Sir Purr. And
oh my god!
now you got both my animal accounts. I got a dog and a cat.
Sir Purr.
You never even talk about the cat. Oh, because it's.
Well, yeah, I didn't tell you where he went, so I got him. So at first he lived with me during his kitten stage. Well, first when I got Sir Purr, all right, his name is Sir Purr. We took him to his first vet appointment. We took him to.
Turned out to be a girl.
Yeah, we took him.
Oh, you don't even know him.
We just got him.
It's hard to tell with cats.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all right. I'll give you my thoughts on that in a second. But we take Sir Purr to, and by the way, this is a tie back into, now it's this vacation rental related. Every single picture in my ad had Sir Purr in it. Like whether it was prominently like posing on the couch you'll be staying in, or like in the background, like where's Waldo? Sir Purr was in every single one.
Still act surprised.
Well, yeah, that way I can be like, fuck off. Of course, yeah, you found a little bit of cat here. Fuck you. You know, look at my ad. It's already disclosed. So, and so Sir Purr, when I take him to the vet, we took him to the what do you call it? Banfield, this Pet Mart in-house vet on Ponce, which is a little of, that Ponce, I have my criticism of how good the vets are there, because all of a sudden the guy like calls us, he's like, we're like shopping while we're waiting. He's like, Sir Purr's a girl. I was like, excuse me? And so we're like, okay, we hadn't launched the Instagram yet at the real Sir Purr, but we were like, all right, now's our time. We got to do it now. We won't tell meet Shafi. I was like, listen, we can't tell anyone about this. We're going to get another appointment and the one in Buckhead in a couple, at the end of the month. And we'll have all the Sir Purr stuff, and then we'll find out, quote unquote, that he's a girl.
We got to do it for the gram, though.
And then we'll like have this. Oh, we'll still accept it. This is right when Caitlyn Jenner came out or came public or something. So like, I am Kate, I am Kat. Had this whole idea for a hashtag, and then we get to the actual vet, like a better vet, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
It's totally a guy.
Shafi's like, and there's like, "It's a girl." He's like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah." And then like once Sir Purr eventually had kittens. And so I have Princess Purr, daughter of Sir Purr.
Oh.
But I looked up like how to tell between a boy and a girl cat. It's actually pretty fucking easy.
Really?
I don't know how a vet can. I mean, I get how it's hard, but if I can figure it out on the internet,
there's balls, right?
Yeah. It's basically just there's a lump that are now balls.
Yeah.
Princess Purr, daughter of Sir Purr.
Oh, you're finding her? You found her?
Are these the kittens that Ghost was the dad of?
Yes. Now,
so his dog Ghost was the dad to the kittens, and it was the cutest thing. They would like sleep in his like stomach and stuff. It was adorable.
It's all right. So Ghost comes into picture. All right. So I have Sir Purr. That was like, it was like $1,200 total. I had to, and also because it's legal in Georgia, I had to drive to St. Lucia, Florida, and we went to a music festival that week. And me and Shafi, Okeechobee Fest.
Okay.
And so we pick him up on the way back. I'm like covered in like, it was a camping festival, like dirt. And then we've already paid her deposit. So I gave her $1,000 cash. Take this little kitten. Aww. And then go back home to Atlanta, right? And so Sir Purr, when I like any other red-blooded American, I was raised a dog guy, and then but if you look up, Savannah Cat Wikipedia, the first thing it says under like temperament is dog-like, because it's this pack mentality. It just followed me around and stuff. So I wanted one, but I didn't want to spend all that money on another one because Shafi was moving to away from med school. That was always pending, and it took a little longer than. Anyways, she's doing great now.
Yeah.
Almost a dog, and just kicked ass on her finals. Yeah. Hey, Shafi. But so anyways, I wanted to have my own, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a cat. I'm not gonna spend. So I look up like what are good, what are the allowed breeds, and I found a cat on Craigslist.
Oh my god.
A wife for Sir Purr. That's
He's
cool.
like, I never used Craigslist. He's given us like 15 Craigslist
Yes.
examples.
I got both pets on it.
I
Yeah.
know.
So we paired them together. They hit it off immediately, and those two cats fucked like rabbits. We took them to the botanical gardens.
Oh my god, y'all like
I
set
took him
the
on a
mood.
date.
Yeah, on a date. It was like a group of friends. We have a photo. It's like 5 couples, and 6 including the cats, because they're in the we have a cat stroller
Oh my
too.
god.
And then I remember some like kid went up to they were like looking, oh, kitties, and then she was like, oh, honey, like I think these cats are fussing, or something. The little kid said that to the lady. She's like, honey, they're not fussing. They're like
fucking.
F-U-C-K. And they have, but they not. So based on my preliminary research on cat sex, like a cat can have children from multiple fathers, because so that.
Really?
Yeah,
like
if
in one
once they're in heat, anytime they get knocked up, that's an extra kitten, is the way I looked at it.
Are you serious?
That has to mean that. Otherwise, how could that be? So I'm like, all right, let's let them fuck a lot. Yeah, and then so they had 4 kittens, 1 little girl who looked mostly like Sir Purr, and then 3 little boys. We gave them to 2 stayed in the family. 1 went ostensibly to Shafi's mom and brother, but the brother ended up getting 2. And then Sir Purr eventually moved in with he just lives like a king in Kingston, Georgia, at their nice house.
And Shafi's parents' house? Oh,
but
nice.
then I had Princess Purr, and Princess Purr had, the wanderlust and the lust, and she would just break out of Ford Fiesta, and I bought a tracker for her, but like it would update all over, fucking Reynolds-town, and she's just having a good time, and I tried as much to get out, and she got knocked up, and then before we got her fixed, and then
she got Princess Purr got
so
knocked
she
up?
had 7 kittens. One of them faded, is what it's called, but like didn't last past like a day.
Faded? That's what
Yeah,
they
it's
call
like a
it.
really
You
common
did
thing.
a
amongst
lot of
cats.
research.
Yeah, I know a lot more than I'm letting on about cat sex.
Yeah.
I'll
You've had
spare
several
you.
litters
I'll
of
spare
kittens.
you. But that was the second litter.
Scare you or scare
I said
you?
spare, but it will scare you. And but so Sir Purr, or that's when the kitten. So and actually they were born. Princess Purr was born on Valentine's Day, a year after the D-Day present.
Look at that.
That's special. And then she got knocked up,
Special.
and she had kittens, and that's the one that Ghost raised.
Okay, so Ghost raised Princess Purr's kitten.
Yes.
Daddy's
I
unknown.
hope our listeners like
Yeah.
cats. I like
Yeah.
this story.
I
know.
Well, but the thing is, these cats were part of the package of this Airbnb. So I guess I'd pose the question to you, ladies: if you found,
Cat fur.
if it was cat, or what about being a pet-friendly Airbnb?
Yeah, see,
As
y'all
long as
are
it's
like,
disclosed, but I used to be allergic to cats, and I somehow just grew out of it, and I'm
I'm
like,
allergic,
not allergic
and
anymore.
you know,
Really?
I overcame
What?
that.
Really?
For
This cat
love,
daddy
for
overcame
love.
that.
I feel like you guys are pet parents, but I
Dogs.
don't.
I don't really fuck with cats that much, but
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
so sneaky.
I never really had like a real pet. I've only recently become very much inclined to loving animals because my good guy friend has 2 dogs, and one is like really big. I don't even know what type of breed, but it's really big. I used to just be like, it was too much, all the licking in the face and all the. But now I like it, and I feel like I'm changing as a person. I feel like they're changing my
I
heart.
should have brought baby Janet today.
And they have a little dog. His name is Luther.
Oh, the little ones are the best.
Yes, they are the best. It's really my favorite, and I don't like the big dog to know that it's
Yeah.
my favorite because he gets jealous. And so, like,
That's
I
some people,
always,
too.
they're people. He gets so jealous. I always go to Luther, and then he'll be like, "I want a hug too," and I was like, "Okay, come on, I'm
I'll
sorry."
pretend, big dog.
But it's definitely changing my heart. So yes, would I do a pet friendly Airbnb though? No, because I don't want the hairs everywhere.
That's why this is pretty genius. I bought a white shag rug because Ghost is a white fluffy dog. Although he's now getting some melanin in him. Looks like a little creme brulee.
Where's that coming from?
It's just-
That's a thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably not melanin, but me and
For
Shafi,
melanin, yeah, probably not.
say he's our biological dog because now it's the packy in him. coming out.
It's got a little brown in him now.
I've been, around
Is Paki like not PC
slightly
anymore?
derogatory.
No.
I don't know this because all the Pakistani people around were like, just kept me in the dark about it. And then one day I was like, no, that's not offensive. I swear to God, what are you talking about, idiot? I'm a person.
My girlfriend.
Yeah.
One of the family. Yeah. So.
One of my closest friends is Paki.
Yeah, they're like, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, you're freaking crazy. Okay, we started with one question. I want to try to ask y'all like some questions, and you got to truth or shot.
Truth or shot? All right.
Okay, you asked me my question about what I do at Airbnb, so it made me think about questions. So I want to try to do it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to have questions in the group text, which I dropped my phone at some point.
Well, the question in the group text, they were not voted upon. Like, no one really liked them.
I was a little anti. It sounded like couples therapy questions relating to sex. How do you initiate
our
intimacy with a
producer,
loved one?
like what? Our fearless leader Trey was like, he was like, "What about just adding like on vacation?"
Yeah,
which is kind of like that game where you like add in bed to everything, but I guess the opposite because these are all sex questions. We're
so
trying
they're
to
already
vacation.
in bed, and now we're making them on vacation. But anyways, neither here nor there. Ask away.
Okay.
Yes.
So the game is you have to tell the truth or you have to take a shot. So if you're too embarrassed to tell the truth, you got to drink. So you guys have your red cups and your alcohol.
I forgot that's what this was for.
I know, right?
I've just been casually drinking.
Ice is melted.
I was drinking a little bit too. Okay, so the first question, vacation themed, is sorry, I went blank. Okay, is what hookup scene from a movie or TV show would you like to recreate on vacation?
I'm trying to think of a hookup scene in a movie, period.
I know. I don't even know.
I guess
any wild.
Stella got her groove back.
Oh, that's a good one. That's very vacation related. Maha gets her groove back.
Exactly.
Yes.
For those of us who haven't seen it, we'll call it in a long time, and don't quite remember the hookup scene.
I guess
Elaborate.
the whole movie, not
the whole movie.
I know it's a lot. I mean, I get.
I think from my standpoint, not to like speak for you per se, but I think the hookup moments of that movie were just like, the whole movie.
Yeah, basically,
So you just want your groove back.
She was on vacation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she Jamaican?
I think she was on vacation alone too.
Yep,
right?
she was like Maha's 30th birthday.
That's kind of what I was hoping for on my 30th birthday.
It sounds like you got double what you wanted. And you weren't even grateful.
It went right over my head. I didn't even realize.
With Ricky Martin.
Right. If it would have been,
and that's also like the threesome thing for me. It's like, all right, if you're single days,
disclaimer.
AD or before shot
AS.
But like, I feel like that. If your standard is say an 8, it's threesome, you got like 4 and 4.
Right.
Then it's 8.
Yeah. As long
I
as
just like standards are like, or like if there's one person you're in,
like the
or if there's just one
wife
person you're
six.
into, the other person's there, you're like,
I just want to look at your face, and then you can do whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm still Instagram friends with these guys. I could always go back to Brazil if I really wanted to.
It sounds like you can go anywhere in South America and they will meet you at that destination.
Hilarious.
Okay, let me see. Ian, okay, so Maha answered her question. She did not take a shot. Ian, truth or shot. What is your most embarrassing fantasy? You can either answer it or you can take a shot.
I guess, so Shafi doesn't kill me.
Shot, it is then.
Such a great guy. Great answer.
Right.
Okay.
I did have and I think I might have mentioned this before, but there was a sex party at that was like the first thing at Fort Fiesta was a sex party.
Sex party.
They had booked actually, I think, the old place, and then upgrade. I was like, hey, for only
you want a whole
$100
house
more.
instead? That's hilarious.
That's always
that's not the one that was like supposed to be a women's retreat, and then it turned out to be like.
No,
I'm confusing
that's one of our
stories.
guest stories.
I'm
That was one of our
confusing.
guest
Right.
stories.
Never mind.
Actually, it was supposed to be a women's retreat and it turned into a house party.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You guys can listen to that episode. Just scroll, a few
I'm
episodes.
not sure which one it was, but listen to them all and you'll
we
find
worked
it.
so hard. We have so many. You can find it though.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
This is apparently the first time back-to-back episodes have been done since when I was a guest.
Mm-hmm.
They record another one after me, and then now we have this this
And
marathon.
Ian's is great, and that other guy's is kind of dry, right?
Whoa.
I don't even remember.
Remember? You remember the like driest skin. Let me stop. It was fine. It was a great episode.
Come tell a story on our episode, on our podcast.
We won't talk about you.
We will
better
not
be
talk
good.
shit afterwards at all. Yeah.
That's why I was all about this Nickelodeon thing. I ran out of matches, but submitted.
Oh my
the
God,
concept,
the goddamn matches
that
again.
was the
submitted for the
craziest
approval is the idea, though, being that if your story's not fucking good enough,
Right. We'll let y'all know.
That was so fucking great. Okay, next question. Let's do 2 more. Well, this would be second. So, Maha, shoot the shot.
All right.
Where is the craziest place you've had sexual intercourse on vacation?
On vacation, a few places. So, on a jet ski, like in the middle of the ocean.
That's lit.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And then on the front of a yacht so it was on Yacht Week, and there's like a skipper that sails the boat or whatever, and they sleep in this room that's like in the front of the yacht, and there's like a door that opens. You kind of like go down into the room. So he sleeps with like the door open because it gets hot in there, and we like gently closed the door over him and like threw a blanket over it. And on the front of the yacht. Those are probably the 2.
That is lit.
That makes me feel bad for every woman who slept with me on vacation because they're nowhere near as exciting as either of those. I don't think I'm in on anyone's vacay list.
They're on a jet ski. That's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. It was very hard to keep your balance. But
Wait, so you weren't riding the jet ski this time. You weren't propelling.
No, we stopped.
Okay, because I've had sex in a car while I've been driving it before. I've had sex in a car and just stopped. They're just 2 different things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very
Definitely wasn't skilled enough to do that while driving the jet ski. Barely skilled enough to do it.
I
on
can't
a
even
stopped
drive
jet ski.
normally. Like I don't even.
Right.
I
Exactly.
think for your role in this, it would have been, I guess, kind of easier just along for the ride either way.
Oh yeah, I guess. But yeah, no, we stopped.
It's also more of a little bit more of an issue if you lose your balance and fall off going, however many miles per hour.
I, on a separate occasion, fell off of a jet ski and bruised basically bruised my vagina. Like my inner butt cheek / vagina is like the size of an orange.
Not
and I
on the
just happened
time.
to see it. I was like,
how
oh
did
man.
you do this?
Not the time that you had sex on the jet ski. It's different.
I fell off and like the edge of the jet ski kind of like hit me in my innards, and like I felt the bruise, but then I was like, man, let me just look at it. So I like bent over in the mirror and I was like, oh my fucking God. I'll show you the picture later. It's hilarious.
I would have been so scared. I broke my vagina.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Was that before or after you fucked on a jet ski?
It was after.
Okay.
Oh man.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, last question, Ian. Shoot the shot. When's the last time you peed in the bed?
Trying to remember the last time I peed a bit. I did date it, like the other serious girl in my life before Shafi. Kirsty is her name, and she
She was a curse, or was that really?
she liked to. She's a great person, but Shafi might not agree. But
really
one thing about her is that first time we had sex. This is like we've been in college or after college. And she peed the bed that morning.
Oh my God, the first time?
Yeah.
Wait, that morning? Like not even at night?
Well, I mean, it happened in the wee hours of the morning.
Okay.
And she, weed all over the bed.
Was she drunk?
Yeah, we were pissed drunk. Yeah. Like, we were very fucked up.
The last time I peed the bed, that was why. Also.
This was also when you're talking about your college. This was back when I was like living downtown above the bars and, at UGA. And this is I just graduated college. So now I'm just partying for the summer.
Right.
My intention was to sleep with as many women as possible over that summer. And then I started dating Kirsty.
Got in a relationship.
Yeah, fucked around and got in a relationship. By the way, this happened off camera, but congrats, Annsleigh.
Oh my God!
No, you did not.
Oh, I'm turning red. We'll see if it lasts. Rooting for it.
I was the only one with the only relationship guy, guy or gal on this team of co-hosts.
Way to rub it in. Yeah.
For
those of you listening, I'm still available.
Moneybags Maha.
Moneybags Maha.
I had something I wanted to ask you based on I want to tell my pee story.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Your pee story, please.
Yeah, your pee story. Let me hear it.
No, you didn't answer the question.
All right.
What was it?
When did he pee the bed?
But let me tell you the funny. There's a punchline about this pee relationship. All right, she was very serious.
Not the pee relationship.
Yeah, well, I got you. I got into it. It's just nothing along those lines. But she every once in a while would get so drunk that we partied hard together. So she would get so drunk and that would just happen sometimes. And then
this is consistent.
It happened more than once. Wow.
Yeah, like over the course of like
maybe 3 times.
Well, yeah, of dating for years and like drinking and partying together, like lots of those nights. And then it's probably bad. Still only like 3 or 4 times out of like a couple hundred, but still, it was like we went back up to Athens for a game. My friend's couch.
You didn't see, oh my God! Wow.
And then the story.
Did she get embarrassed?
Yeah, and this is the most embarrassing of them. So we're it's Thanksgiving, and so my grandma's staying with my parents,
Kirsty,
and we're I told you to listen to my fucking podcast.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh my God.
All right, maybe we blink her out like I think we did to Rob. I don't know. And so, anyways,
let's just call her CBD.
And but so it's the holidays, and so Wednesday night out before Thanksgiving, we're going out partying in Buckhead, seeing a bunch of friends from high school, and then we fight. It's a tumultuous relationship. There's a reason. And too much drinking, not enough loving, and and so anyways, we get back to the house. I think I like left her, so what a shitty guy he was. And but we like went home separately. And then, like, she went in Julian's bed. I guess I don't remember why my little brother Julian, who's 10 years younger than me, wasn't in his bed. But Kirsty passed out there. We were so mad at each other we had to sleep in separate beds.
At your parents' house?
At my parents' house.
Okay.
And my parents are generally, as you know, my parents are pretty chill.
Yeah.
But I was allowed to have girls over in high school.
Still not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Well, lucky me. But then the next morning, she peed
in your brother's bed.
Yeah, and my grandma's there. And my grandma's like very traditional, like just cleans all the time, and like has to like wait on my grandfather hand and foot, just always.
Oh,
no. And it was like you felt bad, like if you didn't pick up your shit immediately, she's gonna go clean after you.
Right.
And so you try to stop her from doing that. And so us hungover from the night's shenanigans. We didn't see a chance of beating Abba, is what we called her, to, or still alive. Abba lives down the street. And she's definitely not listening to this. And her English is not good enough to follow this. But anyways, so she confronts Kirsty that morning. And like I said, English not very good. But she goes, "You pee-pee and Julian's bed." And like repeat herself three times. And it's pronounced Julian in Spanish. And yeah, Kirsty had to hear that. I don't think I peed my bed as like anytime recently that matters, but I'm sure Shafi might. If the person asks is her, she'll probably throw me in the bus just like I have.
We'll ask
to my
Shafi
ex.
Next time, I'm sure.
She'll tell the truth. Mine
you
isn't recent.
And Julian's.
Yeah, she was upset. She was pissed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, Abba did not like that.
She made a bad impression.
All right. Well, we got to ask you a couple questions and then we'll wrap this up. But I'm not that creative. Same question to you. Where's the craziest place you've had sex on vacation?
Okay, so I get so shy.
And your pee story.
Yeah, both questions.
And if they're both the same answer, even better.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
so shy. Okay, so I was like, this whole thing of like, okay, when I go on vacation, with like, if I meet somebody, I'm not gonna have like actual intercourse, but I'll let them give me like,
of course.
what is it? Cunnilingus?
Get their hair, get their bread, then leave.
That was my like middle ground. I was like, okay, you can be a little wild, but not too wild.
One of those questions I saw in there, by the way,
What?
to interject,
Cunnilingus.
was like, how do you start sex or something? And I was like, head. That's how I got laid. Move down, move back up. With my dick.
You're crazy. Okay, so I was like, so the craziest place I probably got hit, it was really wild. I was walking down this stairwell with this guy, and we were just like making out, and then he ended up just like giving me head on the steps. Like, I'm like, but I was standing up, like leg propped on the wall. And he's like on the ground, head up. And it's just like really crazy.
Where were you? Like
In Miami.
Steps to where? Wait, is this
the same Miami trip?
I knew you had nuggets you left out.
Oh, yes, exactly.
You're like, oh yeah,
There's nuggets
I just looked around. I was like, oh, this is crazy. While I was on the stairwell to the fucking house.
Forgot that part.
Wait, which of the 3 buildings that we know about from your Miami trip? Was
The one that didn't exist.
Right,
The
or the
party
villa.
house. The villa. This is probably the party house for sure.
Did you pee the bed at all during this trip?
I did not pee the bed during this trip, but this has happened to me when I was younger, but I just thought it was so, maybe not so interesting. But I was having a dream that I was using the bathroom. Like I physically thought I was on the toilet. Like I thought I got up, got on the toilet, and I pissed the bed. And I thought that was just, and I woke up and pissed. And I thought that was so crazy.
Not that crazy, I don't think. I think
People do that?
Yeah.
I remember
haven't.
Kirsty did that too. Like, she woke up and was like starting. I was like, honey, wake up. Go to the fucking bathroom. This isn't it. She did. She's like,
Kirsty.
I literally thought I should talk about it more often out loud because I really have put that inside.
Can we normalize pissing yourselves?
Can we normalize having a dream that you're on the fucking toilet?
Right, exactly.
And you're not.
Oh
I
my
woke up
gosh.
so
This ain't a
angry.
dream.
I woke up like, I swore.
How dare I?
I swore I was on the toilet.
Oh,
I
man.
remember in college, I didn't pee the bed, but the girl I was seeing, she said that I woke up in the middle of the night, walked into the closet, and then peed in the litter box. So I did piss in, a toilet. It was just a cat's toilet.
I had an ex that used to get drunk and pee in random locations. Like we were all on a group trip together, and he walked into one of our friends' rooms butt naked and just starts like peeing in the corner.
Well, guys, I think we have had a great time on our part 2 of host stories.
Yes,
I hope you guys got to know a lot about us. And keep listening, and we'll hope to keep you laughing. I'm Annsleigh.
This is Maha.
I'm Ian.
Until next time.
Once Upon a BNB is out.